YouTube? My name is Marcus of 101 Kennels, and today I'm gonna be telling you all everything that y'all gonna need for your new puppy. A lot of people get a new puppy and they either don't know what to get or get too much stuff. So this video will be a great reference to what you all actually need. I'm gonna be speaking from my own experience after having dogs for a couple years and give you all a couple items that I love to use and why I love to use them. So before we get into the video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Alright YouTube, so the first essential that I'm gonna be getting into are collars. So a lot of people have the debate, you know, some people like harnesses, some people like the cloth collars, and some people like metal collars. I personally like metal choke collars. They are the best lasting, you know, with the puppy. You know, they're gonna nibble on the cloth collars and everything. And I feel like you get the best control because with the choke collar, as you can see, it tightens around the dog's neck, which makes it easier to train the dog, you know, because you can use this as your leverage for control. And also, as the dog gets bigger, this, as long as you have a chain that's the appropriate size for the puppy, as they get bigger, it's gonna be really, really hard for them to, I guess you could say, grow out of it as fast as a cloth collar. Because if you get it a little bit bigger than a puppy, this will tighten, you know, as you walk them, and you can really walk them with this chain, you know, because it can get that small or it can get this big. So yeah, that is my suggestion for the collars. Alright, next we're gonna get into the leashes. So the leash I suggest is also a metal leash. So I suggest a metal leash because this is what happened to the mesh part of the leash. As you can see, my puppy chewed it up. This wasn't my current puppy, this is the mom. She chewed it up really, really bad. So I said, you know, from now on, I'm gonna get a metal leash. And I would suggest it being pretty long because when they go to the bathroom, you don't want them, well, I personally don't like them, you know, all up on me, you know, when they're using the bathroom. But it would be good if you want to get multiple collars, get a long one and a short one because they can be used for at-home training and stuff like that in different situations. So yeah, for the the leash, I would suggest a metal leash. So they won't be able to tear it up as easy. They can go far. If you get a long metal leash, they can go far when they have to use it. And you can do different types of training, like stay, you know, from a far distance without, you know, being right by them. So yeah, I would suggest a long metal leash. Alright, the next essential is going to be toys. A lot of people like to get a lot of toys, and then they wonder why their dog doesn't like the toys, or they wonder why their dog eat the toys up in no time. So for toys, I personally don't have a lot of toys for my dogs. I have like 2 or 3 toys for them because toys like these, I do not leave out for them at all times. I say that because as you can see, like this toy can get stripped very easily. So with that being said, it'll cause a problem with, you know, yarn being in the stomach, and then it can over time turn into a yarn ball within his stomach. So that's gonna cause more health problems and, you know, a vet bill. Nobody wants to pay unnecessary vet bill. So I would not suggest, you know, leaving these out just for them to play with at any time. But if you want them to have a toy or something like that to play with at any time, I would suggest something a little bigger, like the little Kong balls. Like, they're really good for, like, you know, I guess keeping their attention span, and a bigger bone, because the smaller bones you can break them off in chunks, and then it probably can get caught up in their throat or something and choke them. So yeah, I would suggest a bigger bone and a Kong if you want to have them, you know, just stay out with the toy. And if you want, like, you know, them to play with these type of toys, I would suggest taking them away at certain times, just so, you know, this doesn't get stuck in their stomach and cause health issues down the road. Alright YouTube, we're gonna get into the next essential, which are treats. So a lot of people use treats for training or just casual at home use. For casual at home use, I would suggest something like one of these biscuits, because they're a little bit harder to break than like a meat or moist treat, which I think is better for training. So when I train, I like to have like a moist treat, like maybe a cut of meat or something like that, beef jerky or something, just something that's really, really easy, you know, for them to break off, or me to break off into smaller pieces while I'm training to, you know, help me have a long lasting treat. These are a little bit harder to break off, so this is something, if they just do a command at home or something like that, I may give them one of these and we're not in a long training session or something like that, which I don't suggest long training sessions, but you all should know what I mean. But yeah, so if this is just casual use, I would suggest something like this, something simple. You can switch it up, but check the ingredients, you know, and see what's best for your dog. But yeah, so casual use something like this. But like training, I would suggest like a moist treat, like meats, beef jerkies and stuff like that, cheese. All of that is pretty good for just training. Alright y'all, so the next essential that I'm going to be speaking on are bowls. So a lot of people may not think like, okay, I should get this certain type of bowl, which is correct. You don't have to get the bowl I like, but I'm just going to tell you all which bowl I suggest for y'all, because I know you're getting a new puppy and I don't want to add stress to the stress that the puppy's going to put on you, because they're going to take you for a whirlwind, because them little jokers are something else. So I would suggest a bowl with this around it. So this is going to be the non-slip bowl. I got these and I did not know how much I would like them until I got it, because before, you know, the dogs would always spill their food, because I have my dogs eat on the raised surface. So this really helps from like spills or, you know, something like that from happening. So I would suggest a bowl with the non-slip material on the bottom. Alright, now this is a big one that I get asked a lot. A lot of people ask about food. They ask, what food should my puppy eat? What food should my puppy eat? I would suggest that you all ask your person that you have purchased your dog from, your breeder, ask them what food they suggest. Now, if you don't like that food, I would suggest, you know, slowly transitioning over to what you actually like. So when saying this, I wouldn't take the puppy and put a little bit of the food that they were originally exposed to in the bowl, you know, and put a heaping of my food that I want them to eat first. I would literally go like, the first week I would put like a quarter of my food, then I would put a half of my food, and then I would kind of, you know, go from there. So yeah, so make sure you take them slow with that food transition, because if you don't, you know, it may get a little messy for you, because, you know, you're changing the dog's food, which is like humans. If we eat something that we're not really used to, we probably are bound to, you know, have some bowel movements or whatever, you know. So yeah, I would suggest y'all changing over the food slow. But first, you know, ask your breeder or whoever you bought the dog from what they fed them, to, you know, kind of gauge what you should get your puppies. But if you want a suggestion, when I get my when my puppies are pretty young, I feed them science diet. I like the minerals and everything, vitamins or whatever that are in science diet, because, you know, it's on the back of the bag. You can see everything that's in there. So yeah. All right, the next essential that I suggest to everybody, because I really love this essential, are vitamins. Not specifically these for little puppies. I would say Sure Grow. Sure Grow is the best vitamin in my opinion for puppies, because I give them to them, you know. I've given my puppies that all the time. I see exponential growth within them. So yeah, I would definitely suggest Sure Grow for your puppies, because I think vitamins are really a key part in, you know, helping your dog grow. Now, I won't get into like the specifics with the vitamins, you know, as far as the fish oils and stuff like that, because that's, you know, something that you all can choose. But I would definitely give them a multivitamin like that, you know, to kind of try to reach every base, you know. Kind of one thing that can, you know, touch a lot of bases and, you know, fill some needs for your dog, so that you don't have to get too specific for the vitamins. I would just suggest a multivitamin or something like that, so it's really simple on you. All right, the next essential is shampoo. So if you have a dog, you know they get pretty stinky, especially if you take them out to the park or something like that, and you come back in the house, you really gonna smell how that dog smells, or if that dog gets wet. So I would suggest shampoo. Now, this is just a veterinary formula that I got from Walmart, but I would suggest any shampoos really with oatmeal or something like that. That's like the key thing that I honestly look for when I'm looking for shampoos. Or you can just use Dawn. I use that because, you know, if it's good enough to clean the little ducts and everything, you know, I think it's good enough to clean my dogs. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, I usually mix that with something, well, not mix it together, but I'll use that before and then use another shampoo after. But you can go see that in my previous video. I have a video on how I wash and bathe my puppies. So if y'all need help with that, just go check in with that video. So yeah, this essential was shampoo. Alright, the next essential are your grooming tools. So I definitely suggest a brush and your nail clippers. This right here, these nail clippers are lifesavers, because if you're like me and your puppies are like mine, they like to, you know, play around, and they're gonna mistakenly scratch you literally all the time if their nails are too long. So, but if you have this, you can really cut down on those scratches and everything. And this is just to keep a dog looking good, because I do dog shows and I really like for my dog to look presentable. Well, you really have to have your dog looking presentable at the dog shows. So yeah, I would definitely suggest these grooming tools. And I think this is pretty easy because this little brush is pretty easy to use, because you can really stick your hand in it like that and, you know, rub through your dog or whatever. So yeah, all right, and the last essentials that I will be sharing with you all are the cleaning supplies. So you're definitely going to need cleaning supplies, especially in that training of potty training. You know, you got, you know, some accidents that may happen or whatever, and you know, you're going to need to clean up the house. You're definitely going to need this. These are lifesavers, because nobody wants to have poop or pee smelling all around the house. Also, you want to keep these bags so when you go outside, you can be courteous of others and pick up your dog's poop. Everybody hates to step in dog poop, so don't you be the reason they step in dog poop, because I stepped in dog poop because of somebody else, and it makes me madder, you know, than, you know, me stepping in my own dog poop than to step in somebody else's dog poop. So yeah, make sure y'all get bags, paper towels, and, you know, a clean solution of your choice to really keep your house clean, keep the environment clean, really just stay clean in general. So yeah, the last essentials are cleaning supplies. Alright YouTube, I almost forgot one big essential that a lot of people have for their new puppies, which are crates. So in my opinion, crates are really essential for me. Some people don't like them, but I really do, because it's like, you know, my dog having their own little room or whatever. And when picking out the right crate, I would say pick a crate that is close to the size of how big the dog is going to be when they get older. And I say that because, like, as they get older, they can grow into the cage, so you don't have to buy multiple. And I would suggest you buy, like, there are little dividers that you can get in the cage. So while they're still a puppy, you can put those dividers in there to kind of decrease the space within the cage, so they're not more prone to, like, use it. Because typically when a puppy is in a bigger cage, they're more prone to use it in there, you know, because they have a lot of space to where they can, you know, take a dump on this side and still have their little spot on the other side to, like, sit and chill. So yeah, I would suggest if you get a crate, get it the size, if you don't want to buy multiple crates, get it the size that, you know, the dog will be, around the size that the dog will be when it gets older, and just buy dividers so that you can, you know, section off the cage as the puppy grows. Alright YouTube, now that we're done with the essentials, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for watching my video. I appreciate all the support that y'all been giving me. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We're going to continue pushing out a lot of content for you all. So yeah, have a nice day. We out.